Hi, everybody. Welcome to Magic Universe. This is a pick a card reading for where you are on your spiritual path. If you would like a personal reading or an energy alignment, you can go to my website at magicuniverse.co. That's .co. Thank you. So here we have three groups. Group 1 is vibrating at an orangey yellow. Group 2 is vibrating at fresh blood red. And group 3 is vibrating at sky blue. Take a moment to get a feel for what color you are vibrating at for this question right now. Where are you on your spiritual path? When you're ready, you can go to the description box below to find the timestamp for your reading. I will see you there. Hi, Group 1. If you picked the Spanish orange color, this kind of yellowy orange color, or orange yellow, then this reading is for you. And so where are you on your spiritual path? So I'm asking Spirit this, and this is the answer that Spirit is giving. It looks like that there are different belief systems that are going on in your reality, in your space right now. So, I mean, the fact that you're watching a tarot reading, right? I'm going to guess that you're either interested in a more freeform kind of spirituality, or you're just part of you is open-minded about divination, law of attraction, spirituality, the what people would kind of term like, oh, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, like, like that kind. But then there's also a part of you, like maybe you came from a more religious background where it's like a more structured religion from your family, from your culture, or something like that. There's some kind of different beliefs in your space that don't always see eye to eye. Like maybe you want to open up to certain aspects of a different belief than what you had grown up with, or than what your family believes in, or what the people around you believe in. But you also still believe in some of the stuff that you have grown up with, So there's different things, there's different beliefs going on in your space. And you see that in the Storm Angel, the collision of beliefs, style, attitudes, energies, and also in the Eva card that came out, which this is actually Eve from the garden from the Bible. And this picture is just showing Eve, Eva, and she's one way, but then the plant that is her body or something like that is showing her a different way, meaning like what you see is not actually what you get. There might be some the word that that the book uses is like deception or something like that, but it's more kind of like, there's something more to you. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of like there's more to you than the eye sees, so whatever, however you show yourself on the outside, you're inside, you're thinking different thoughts than what you would show or speak about. Or so say like if your situation were that you had grown up in a religion of some sort, right? And all your people around you are of the same religion and culture, and but inside you're open to other cultures and other types of thinking, but you don't speak about it in front of the people that you're with because they're maybe not open to that type of thinking, or maybe they're just since everybody else is talking about the same thing, you don't want to seem different. So that's why you might kind of like appear one way, but then your inside might be different. So I'm actually also seeing that in the Ten of Pentacles card, which the Ten of Pentacles generally, traditionally is about family. And which in this card I do see it's about family, but then it's that same thing of like everybody's the same, it's the same. And then maybe you're wanting to be different, or you are different, but you're not showing yourself to be different. Like you're just kind of thinking about it, like kind of playing around with ideas that are different from the norm of your environment. And actually, now that I look at it, it's that energy is showing up in like a whole bunch of these cards, like the Eight of Swords, like where you're kind of trapped or stuck, and also in the Knight of Wands, where that little frog that's sitting on the bigger frog is taking him in one direction, but the little frog is like, I'm not sure. That look on his face is kind of like, because the Knight of Wands is supposed to be about action and passion and going for it, but that little frog is not looking all too excited about going where he's going. And it's kind of like a hesitation. It could be the situation where you are interested in something new and something different, but you're afraid of it. So say like a lot of people say, you grew up in a church kind of environment, and then like the Bible talks about, like the devil, or demons, things like that, and they're kind of like anti witchcraft, or anti any kind of more free thinking type of spirituality. I'm not saying everybody is like that, but I'm just saying that there are some people that are like super into the old school Bible, who are like, no, don't use tarot cards, or don't dabble in witchcraft because it's evil. It's, all like that kind of thinking, right? So perhaps you're coming into this space where it's like, I'm seeing these other beliefs work well for other people, and I'm interested in it, but at the same time I'm kind of afraid of it, because how I grew up was that these things are bad, so you're kind of hesitant, though you're kind of excited, that kind of like tug, push and pull and tug of war inside you. So I see that kind of energy. Yeah, and then in the Eight of Swords, it's like you're surrounded by swords, you're blindfolded. So it's kind of like there's a kind of fear of moving out of the space that you're familiar with. But then it's kind of like a mental trap more than anything else. Swords are about like thoughts, right? So there's kind of like these thoughts that are around you that are kind of keeping you from kind of exploring and moving around and having the freedom to think the way you want to think. So Spirit is calling you to, if you look at the Imagine card, free your mind, open your mind more. I mean, you don't have to physically, action wise, do anything right away, but it's important for you to at least feel comfortable inside yourself, no matter what you decide to do. If you decide to stay where you are and not explore, that's okay. But I see that there's a part of you that does want to explore, and you have an interest in something that's different from what your immediate environment is about. So it is a calling, but before you do anything, before you make any moves in that direction, feel okay about it inside yourself first, because if you're afraid and you make a move on something that you're afraid of, you might not get back the kind of information that would feel comfortable to you, because law of attraction, like attracts like, whatever you think, that's what you get back, right? So if you're afraid of something, whether your thoughts about it are true or not, right, the information that you get back about whatever you're curious about will be scary. Say you're afraid of things that like possession, or ghosts, or things like that, but you're curious about the paranormal, or you're curious about other psychic abilities or something like that, right? And you go, and in this fearful mind, you go and research, and you go and you ask people about it. The information you get back will be scary. And is it really scary? It's not. I mean, I know it's not, because I'm not afraid of it, but the people that you'll be attracted to talk to, and the people the universe, the law of attraction will bring to you, will match whatever energy that you're set at as you go about investigating or exploring. Does that make sense? So imagine in your mind a more free your mind from fear first, and then the universe will bring to you the information that you're curious about, and they won't be at war with your religion or anything like that, because all religions at the basis, at the foundation, they're all about the same thing. They all want good for you, right? And so just because you're curious about something that's different from where you're from, or where you came from, the information that you came from, it doesn't mean those two things can't coexist together. You can kind of, pick and choose like what you want to believe, right? But I want to also talk about the Queen of Cups upside down, the Queen of Chalices upside down. I don't usually read reverse. Like, I don't keep my cards in reverse. They usually are all, upright. But if on the off chance that somehow a card gets reversed and I don't know about it and it comes out, I just read it the way it comes out. So the Queen of Cups coming out in reverse, Queen of Cups usually means like you're stable in your emotions, you follow your intuition, you have psychic ability, and how it's come out in reverse, that kind of is telling me, and specifically right now I'm getting the message that you are psychic, you have intuitive messages coming through to you, but maybe it's upside down, so it's like maybe you're either afraid to trust what's coming through to you, or you don't trust what's coming through to you, like you doubt the messages that you receive, or you're somehow resistant to the idea of psychic abilities. There's something about it. It could be because maybe you're interested in it and you're open to it, but your family is not, like that kind of thing. Like there's something in your life, either in yourself or in people around you or something like that, where it's not okay, and Spirit is saying, don't worry about that for right now. Like, you don't need to fight anybody about that. If this is inside yourself, it'll clear up as you free yourself from the fearful thinking. If this is about other people not liking what you're interested in, then don't worry about that for right now. Work on the inside of yourself first. When your energies are in alignment with yourself, everything on the outside will clear up. So, but this is just to show you that it's okay if you are feeling that you're psychic, or you're feeling that you're receiving messages. It's perfectly good. It's fine. That's what the message is from Spirit right now. And then the elixir of life, that one is actually Spirit is calling you to, in order to align your energies right now, because there's like a lot of different things going on in your space right now. What you want to do is to follow your life force, the elixir of life. I feel like that's life force. I feel like that's the alignment of energy. I feel like that's when you have your free mind and everything comes together, then it's like your passion, your I just feel like it's an alignment of energies, meaning like follow that calling that you feel, that makes you feel alive. And if you will do that, everything else will kind of slowly work itself out, with the different beliefs and stuff like that, if it's coming from other people or if it's inside yourself. Meditation is coming up. I just did a video on meditation, so you can go check that out if you want. But that'll help you align your energies, and that'll help you focus so that you have a clearer mind and a clearer, so that your energy is clearer, so there's not all these like opposing energies in your space, so that you know, because that causes confusion when you have like opposing energies and opposing thoughts. But meditation will help you clear your mind and really find your way on your path. But yeah, overall, like this looks really exciting to me, because somebody at the start of their, everybody is already on their spiritual journey. You can't not be on your spiritual journey because you are a spirit, you know? So everybody's on their spiritual journey. Nobody is off track. But the people who are first starting to become conscious that they are spirit, to become conscious of, wait, I'm interested in something that is calling to me, you know, that is a very exciting place to be. And you're right there. So congratulations. You are doing very, very well. So let's call that a reading. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you can like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. You can leave a comment if this spoke to you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, Group 2. If you picked this, I'm going to call it blood red color, because that's the way it presented itself to me. And it's so funny. Yeah, so if you pick this blood red color, this reading is for you. But it's so funny because when I was picking the cards for this blood red vibration, I just kept getting this witchcraft vibe. So a lot of you might be witches. A lot of you might be interested in witchcraft, or there's a really, really strong feminist vibe in this group. Okay. So let's take a look. So the last card that came out, Psyche, I'll talk about it first, because I got this card before in another reading, like for myself. And I was like, oh, interested in the story, like who's Psyche, right? So I read up on the story, and it's actually a pretty messed up story. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but it is about women being jealous of women. And Psyche gets put through all of these trials and stuff, and she's like continually wanting to end it all, you know, but then somebody tells her, no, do this, and it brings her, you know, back from the brink of wanting to end it all. And it's not a great story, and it's not a great portrayal of women, but I feel like it's showing up in this reading because the fact that Psyche has the butterfly, I mean, that symbolizes her in that story too, but the way I'm reading it and the way the message is coming across is that this is about transforming how women are being portrayed and how women relate to each other, you know? Women and women don't have to have bad relationships the way that it's often portrayed, like, you know, women against women, right? So that's why the tribe card shows up. That's why the empowerment shows up. And I'm also seeing this King of Pentacles. There's two messages here. There's a little bit of an anti-male vibe, but it's more so, instead of anti-male, it's more like the woman taking on the male role. So seated there, I mean, like the energy that's coming off the card right now, it's a very feminine energy, even though it's a king. Does that make sense? So it's like having a woman or a female or a feminine energy in the position of the king, the quote king, and being in that higher authority and having that be a more feminine energy. And that doesn't necessarily have to be like in a female body, but just having a more feminine energy in the king role. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the Psyche card, I feel like that's talking about changing the way women relate with other women and having that be more of a tribe type where we're together, or we're in harmony with each other, versus the women against women kind of storyline that often happens in a lot of dramas, right? And so I feel like this group, the tribe, getting together with other people that are also about empowerment, and really supporting each other and being there for each other. And the and it also talks about generations, so like the grandma, the mom, and the daughter, or something like that. And I know there are men out there also, but I really, really strongly feel that this is about women. So if you are a man and you're watching this, perhaps this is not quite the right reading for you, or maybe you have women in your life that are like this, and maybe this message is somehow giving you more information about the women in your life, okay? But I really, really think that this is about women. So yeah, the mom giraffe with the baby giraffe, and I feel like there's a harmony there. There's a passing down of information. There's a getting along. The different generations of women getting along, and a very community type of energy in this group. Now, the other three cards: Time for a Nap, the Ten of Swords, and a Rejuvenating Rain, where it says clear the past, heal the present. So, I feel that on your spiritual path right now, where you are, if you haven't already, maybe you would want to join in some kind of tribe or group, or with your friends or with your family members, something like that, to clear the past, heal the present, get together. This is about healing. This is about, because I feel like there's been pain experienced in this group, that where you need to kind of put a stop to the pain, rest from it, relax from it, nap from it, and let it go. Let the past go. Let all the pain go. And that's hard, especially like, say you come together with other people who have also experienced pain. It's easy to, oh, I have pain, you have pain, let's talk about that pain. That's not what this group is about. The spirit is calling you to get together to, okay, yeah, maybe acknowledge the pain, but let it go, and not like perpetuate it or keep it going, because that is not the way to empowerment. It's not to keep the pain going. It's to let it go, clear it up, heal yourself, heal each other, empower each other, and empower yourselves, to so that you can become that King of Pentacles energy, where you own your space. I feel like that's what this is about. On your spiritual journey right now, group 2, you are at that brink right there of letting it go. Like, you've had enough of the pain. Ten of Swords, like, killed the thing already, right? You've had enough of it. You're done with it. You're super done with it. And you're ready to move on, to feel more power in yourself, and to really get a good foothold of what your true power is. And I feel like that's that space. Like, you're right there on that border of wanting to let it go and moving on to the next thing already. So that's what I'm seeing for you, for where you are on your spiritual path. Thank you for watching. If you like this reading, press like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends if you like. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, group 3. If you guys picked the sky blue, this reading is for you. So what I'm seeing here is that you guys are very, very secure in your spirituality. You guys are the type of people who you're comfortable sitting out in public meditating. Like you tune out the rest of the world and you're there, you're in the zone. You don't mind looking a little quirky to other people or like unusual to other people because you embrace it. You know you're spiritual and you know you're one with the universe, like that kind of a thing, like you don't mind being different from the norm. And it's interesting how, like in the Four of Cups, you're being offered the cup, and then in the next card, in the Knave of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups, you received it. You are receiving what you are being offered. And I see that you receive messages from spirit. You receive signs from the universe very easily, and you're able to decipher and translate those messages, and it's just like talking to a friend. It's just like, oh, universe just told me this. So that's really cool. And yeah, you come across that way to the people around you too, and they accept you just fine because you're so comfortable in it yourself that other people just accept you that way. Oh, they're just like that. And so that's really cool. In grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Yeah, you have a very deep interest in spirituality, in the your true roots, your spiritual roots. So I see a lot of like studying, exploration, meditation. You might even, if you haven't, you might even take classes to learn more. And in these classes, maybe not everything that is said in the class resonates with you, but you take what you get something from it. Like maybe not everything that everybody teaches is right for you, but you gain something from your experience there. And I'm hearing that you're gonna gain deeper communication, connection with spirit, so that the information comes directly from spirit. That's awesome. And the fates show me that you came in this lifetime knowing who you are. Maybe you're one of those people who just never lost it. You know what I mean? You know how most people, they come into the earth and then it gets programmed out of them, or they get talked out of believing or knowing who they really are. Maybe you're one of those people who just either your family was cool with it, or they're into it too, and everybody just stayed connected. But I feel like you've stayed connected to your spirit the entire time, and you never, either that, or as spirit, you came into this physical lifetime knowing that you will return to knowing who you really are. But I really feel like a lot of you retained it the whole time, even while you were kids growing up. So that's really cool. But if you're not one of those people, then you came knowing as spirit that you will return to the knowledge. And there's no right or wrong either way, because if you didn't know it, and you discover it, you rediscover it again in the grounding card, in the explore your roots card, all of the information that comes to you, you're going to be so fascinated, because it's like you've been thirsty, 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 and someone's giving you a whole bunch of water. You know what I mean? And you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is like exactly what I've been looking for my entire life. That's the feeling you're gonna get. So yeah, in my home is my castle. I do really get that feeling that a lot of you were born into a family that was either into it or they didn't talk you out of it. And it was just, it's part of who you are. And as you're living this life, you're going to keep adding to that information. You have a really, really strong foundation of spirituality, as also seen in the authority card. There might also be, if I, as I'm reading the last three cards together, the bottom three cards, where you're very strong in your beliefs of knowing who you are, there might be outside forces, like just in the world, where they have their really strong belief that might feel restrictive to you, as seen in disruption. So there's a little bit of fighting against something going on where it's like, I know who I am. Why are you putting these rules on me? That kind of a thing. But I'm seeing that if this is the case, Spirit is saying, as you know who you really are, there's no need to fight against anybody because they have no control over you. So you don't need to worry about them controlling you because they have no control, because you know how this spiritual stuff works, right? Law of attraction. You create with your thought. You have the power. So you don't have to worry about outside forces creating over your life, because they can't. Because spiritual law is more powerful than any other law, than physical human law, okay? So I just feel like the stronger you are in your energy, in that my home is my castle card, where you know who you are and you are spirit, you're bigger than the physical world, you're bigger than human, that as you know that vibration so strongly, which is vibrating at high vibrations of love, of stability, of joy, right? In those really, really high vibrations, you're not pushing against anything, because that's the opposite of love and joy, right? That will take you out of your power, actually, if you go into a struggle. So stay in that energy of knowing who you really are, of being spirit. And in that energy, in that vibration of knowing that you are spirit, there's nothing to fight against. And that's a really big message in the second line right there. So awesome. I think that's it. Okay. So if you like this reading, please click like. And if you want to leave a comment or a message for me, that would be wonderful. And share this with your friends and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.